I'm just trying to get home, dude. You're riding that car's ass in front of us, speeding.
No one even near me.
No, now. I'm talking about back there from when I got behind you. You were riding that.
No, give me your license registration.
Car's
I'm
not
a
registered.
homicide sergeant.
I don't care what you are,
Don't argue with me. Don't ride my ass. I'm a goddamn state trooper.
Oh, what's that mean?
Means it doesn't matter. You don't ride somebody's ass. We're going 17 miles over the speed limit. I'm running that car because it may fit the description of something. Okay? So I can get as close as I want to any car. We don't have to abide by traffic laws because we have to do our job.
But don't you have to abide by traffic laws unless your lights are on?
Never ever on the job. Your lights do not have to be on. Because I can't travel on the highway at speeds in excess of 65 miles an hour with no lights on to catch speeders, right? So that logically doesn't make sense.
May 18th, 2023, I was driving home from work. I get off the highway in Plainfield, Canterbury line. The third car in line, a silver Dodge Charger, was riding the car's rear end in front of him so bad it wasn't even funny. So I followed suit. Then we come to a stop sign, and the silver Charger wants to sit at a stop sign for 10 plus seconds and then go and then drive below the speed limit by like half the speed limit. And when we come to a legal passing zone, despite him saying multiple times it wasn't legal, it was a legal passing zone, I go to pass him, and he pulls me over.
What is your malfunction?
I'm just trying to get home, dude. You're riding that car's ass in front of us, speeding.
No one even near me.
No, now. I'm talking about back there from when I got behind you. You were riding that.
Give me your license registration.
Car's
I'm
not
a
registered.
homicide sergeant.
I don't care what you are,
Don't argue with me. Don't ride my ass. I'm a goddamn state trooper.
Oh, what's that mean?
Means it doesn't matter. You don't ride somebody's ass.
I wasn't trying to, dude. You were riding their ass, and then we get on this road, and suddenly you want to go slow?
Because I was running their license plate because them and the white truck before them on the highway were racing each other, so I wanted to run the license plate.
So you let them go?
Yeah, it's my prerogative. But I don't let you go because you want to tailgate me and then pass on the left-hand side.
So both vehicles in front of us were the two quote-unquote street racers that were street racing on the highway, which were not that important. He had to obviously deal with me, who was doing the same thing he was doing, instead of dealing with the quote-unquote street racers. This is the ignorance of cops in Connecticut. I'm a homicide detective, and what does that mean or matter or have anything to do with this situation right here? You're a homicide detective, but you don't have a body camera on. Why not? Why are you out doing traffic duty? Oh, because they don't have homicides in Danielson, Connecticut. So we pay you for this position that you don't even do.
Fast in a passing zone.
You can't go elevated over the speed limit to pass somebody.
How do you pass people then? That doesn't make any sense, sir.
So you think you can violate the speed limit in a
Absolutely.
passing zone?
How do you pass people
Go
then?
back to driver's
How do you
license registration.
How do you pass
it's
people?
for someone traveling below the speed limit. That's why
I
they
don't
give you
believe
access
that.
points.
It's not registered. I'm telling you right now, I have an
Okay.
appointment with DMV.
Okay.
You can't get in for a month, so it's not registered.
What about insurance?
Nope.
So you have no insurance, no registration on this.
No.
Do you have you have someone that can come and pick you up if I have it towed?
Probably not. I'll walk.
Probably not. Where do you live? Somewhere around here?
The end of 14, Wyndham.
All the way out there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you want to get an attitude with me?
I'm not trying to have an attitude with you, dude, but you gotta understand like what I'm looking at. You're fucking riding everybody's ass.
Because I'm running a license
Oh,
plate.
how do I know that? I don't know what you're doing.
It's not your prerogative. I'm a state trooper. It's my job. I see work gear back here. I'm not going to go and critique how you do your job. Don't critique how I do
I'm not,
mine.
but obviously
If he didn't want people critiquing his job, he probably shouldn't have went and worked in the public. That's just my opinion. And he clearly needs people to critique how he does his job because he thinks it's okay to ride cars' asses, and he thinks he doesn't have to follow the same laws of the road and the rules of the road that we do, and he thinks he's above all that. He states it in a minute. They don't ever have to use their lights, but he wants to tell me to go back to driver retraining, right? I'm not sure on the law if you're allowed to speed up in Connecticut to pass. I mean, it's what makes sense. If you're going to go in oncoming traffic, speed up and get out of danger as quick as you can. That's always how I was taught. I can't find in Connecticut if you're allowed to or not. Some states you can speed up, some states you can't.
I didn't know you were a job. If I knew you were a cop, and then I would have figured that.
I am now, and you still want to argue with me.
I'm not. I'm just telling you how I feel, like what I've noticed and what was going off of. That's it.
We were going 17 miles over the speed limit. I'm running that car because it may fit the description of something. Okay? So I can get as close as I want to any car. We don't have to abide by traffic laws because we have to do our job.
But don't you have to abide by traffic laws unless your lights are on?
Never when you're never ever on the job. Your lights do not have to be on. Because I can't travel on the highway at speeds in excess of 65 miles an hour with no lights on to catch speeders, right? So that logically doesn't make sense. So you're telling me I have to drive 65 on the highway if my lights aren't on to try to catch somebody? It makes no sense. So let me go run your info and let me see if you get your car towed today or not.
What makes no sense is why we would put lights on cars if they don't have to use them. This officer is a liar. He is a flat out liar. It's sad that he believes this because it sounds like he truly believes it and he's trying to justify it. This is police in Connecticut. This is policing all over America, but it's really bad in Connecticut. They all act like this. They're all above the law. They can all do whatever they want, and they all don't have to follow the laws of the land simply because they drive our cars and they wear those costumes.
So I'm not going to return your arrogance and negativity. So this is your one get out of jail free card, okay? Or it would have been hundreds of dollars to get your car out of here or whatever. But
can I get your name? I just don't. I appreciate it. I wasn't trying to be a dick, dude. I worked all day too.
Sergeant Prtchard, 126.
Nice to meet you.
I'm not quite sure why he didn't take my car or give me a ticket. I almost thought he had to because I didn't have it insured. But we heard him. She's not going to return my arrogance or whatever he said because, you know, asking questions and doing to them what they do to us is arrogance and ignorance and blah, blah, blah. And even after that, I still tried to be cool with him, I feel.
Okay? I'm sorry. So wish it could have been better. I'm sorry if it came off like that. I wasn't trying to be.
Dude, you were on my ass the entire time. I was actually waiting for you to pass me in this illegal passing zone because I'm like, this guy, I couldn't even see a license plate.
And he continues to lie and call the passing zone illegal, which it's not. And I wasn't even riding his ass, quote unquote, like he states right here. I was on the road before this where he was doing it. At that point, I wasn't. And it would help if he was doing the speed limit instead of half the speed limit. He still can't take accountability for any of his actions. Still me, blah, blah, blah. But I guarantee you that's why he probably didn't give me a ticket, because he realized I was right. Who knows? I doubt it, but you never know.
So, I mean, just have a good night.
You too.
Okay?
I won't do it again. I'm sorry. You too.
I don't promote driving without insurance or registration because you got to deal with things like this. If you do, I tend to have all my vehicles legal when I can. And my vehicle now is legal. I just was swapping between cars. I just got that car and I needed to get to work. So I drove to work. And yeah, this was the outcome. Stay safe. Have a good day. Everyone stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Enjoy it.